Trent's business and what it means for Liverpool. Kojo, thank you so much for joining us. We couldn't get you early. The lines were acting up. But since you're here, let me just get a few words from you on Trent. So I guess the cat is out of the bag now. Trent is leaving Liverpool. It looks like it's Real Madrid. Where do Liverpool go from here?
Well, I think Liverpool needs to reinforce next season because it's going to be a very, very long season. With the new format of the Champions League, obviously it was the very first time, so a lot of teams, didn't know how many games to play, even though they did know, but technically didn't know the effect on and the impact of the squad as well. So now that the first season has been played, Liverpool have to go back into the market and reinforce, because next season is going to be more tougher. It's going to be more stronger because you've got the likes of City and all these other teams trying to beef up as well. So it will be a very tough season for Liverpool. So especially when you set the standards very, very high and winning the league way ahead of time with matches still to go, the fans will be expecting more next season. So obviously they will have to get a few players here. There are a few positions in the team that Liverpool still needs to beef up. They need to beef up in midfield, fullbacks, and of course in attack. You don't know whether Salah is going to be that consistent next season again. The supply from midfield, we've seen how many times Trent is cutting those balls to Salah this whole season and final forwards. And with Trent's delivery, he's not going to be there next season. Obviously, he's moving to Madrid. And so it'll be very important that they're able to generate different goals from different scenarios in the course of play. Because for a player like Trent that has been at the club and has been an emblem for the past 20 years, and especially in the last 5 to 6 seasons, it's been very much impactful. So it'll be very difficult, but they still need to dip into the market and, try to beef up different positions to get going.
I see. Just finally on Trent, when do you think this decision to leave and head possibly to Real Madrid, when do you think this decision kind of crystallized? Because for a lot of people, the indication was that he was going to stay for a bit, and then all of a sudden there's this rumor that started, and then today he's leaving. When do you think his head was turned, and when do you think he was attracted to the possibility of playing football elsewhere?
I think it was more about last year, he saw the exploits with what Jude done with Real Madrid and the competitiveness of the level of Madrid. For Madrid, the standard is very, very high. You don't win one game and it's a big deal. Liverpool can go ahead and not win 2 games, 3 games, and we can say it's a blip. For Madrid, you don't win one game and it's a big, big issue globally. So with that standard, you see players always rising to the occasion. So for him, I think it's just more about last season for what he saw with Jude, the improvement, the step and the leap that Jude had in his game when he moved from Dortmund to Madrid, and that changed the course of his mindset. He realized the improvement, the quality, and also the growth in players that he knew that were playing in Madrid. And not to talk about Madrid arguably being the world's biggest club in the world. He knows he's going to compete with Carvajal, a cold figure in the Bernabeu, but he's still much enthused about going there because he's still 26. Carvajal is in his 30s, so he knows he can nail down a position in that team for many, many years to come. So, the enticement of going to Madrid, playing with the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., and let's not forget, Liverpool has played Madrid in the last 5-6 seasons about 4 or 5 times already, and they know how much difficult, they know how atmospheric it can be at the Bernabeu, and when Madrid comes to town, even here in Anfield, it's always a very difficult game. So you like to be part of such a club, and especially with the sporting plot they have going forward.
Wonderful stuff. Kojo, thank you so much. I'm sure we'll speak again sometime soon on the show, but thank you so much. We managed to get a few minutes from you. That was Kojo Jima joining us from London. He's a sports